All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Mr. Cat Season 2, the playoffs. We are here with our first lower bracket matchup of the entire tournament. It is going to be MVP Hot6 versus Warriors Unity in a best-of-3 series to determine who moves on and who's eliminated from Mr. Cat Season 2. Thank you so much for joining us here on moonducktv. My name is Malt. With me is Trent Pax. Trent, I think, well, a lot of people probably, I would imagine, favoring Warriors Unity in this particular matchup.
5 seconds remaining.
Yeah. Cat may have 9 lives. You don't have 9 lives, and Mr. Cat, you have 2.
Well said.
Thank you.
You're not wrong.
Lower bracket. Only 1 life left. Don't lose it. I'm ready. I've had a lovely little break.
10 seconds.
Yeah, it was a long one. An hour-long break that came through as we finished the earlier series pretty quickly, the 2-0. But this one could just be as equally as fast. MVP Hot6. They're a new squad. They're still getting, I guess, their play together, just trying to figure out how they could best mesh with each other. But every game they've played so far in this tournament has, I don't want to say it's not been pretty, I guess is one way to put it. They haven't not really shown any real true spark yet. So they're trying to get going here in this particular tournament, this particular matchup. But this is a hard team to face up against. Warriors Unity. They took clutch gamers to 3 games, and they damn near beat them as well. So not an easy matchup for Hot6.
Yeah, it's their, again, last chance here. Now, when they were successful, they had 2 wins. They 2-0'd Young Minds. It was with this Lifestealer. They like these infest combos. They play pretty well with it. Good teamwork, good execution. And although it's a fairly popular strat, it's not exactly the easiest one. You know, you got to get the momentum going. You got to keep finding those ganks and trying to get those burst kills. So Geek Fam, even, they just banned the Lifestealer first 2 both games because they were like, well, if that's the thing they're really good at, let's just not let them have it. So WG instead going for the option of just letting it on through.
Radiant team pick.
And we'll see what they can do.
Should point out that Hot6, they played against Warriors Gaming and Mineski with this Lifestealer as well. Like you mentioned, the 2 games they won was with this Lifestealer, but they have lost with it as well. This is not going to be easy.
10 seconds remaining.
For Warriors Gaming Unity, they pick up the Rubik again. They pick up the Weaver and the Pudge this time. So going in a bit of a different direction compared to the rest of their draft so far in this tournament. Not going for some of the heroes they went for before previously in the 4 position. Venge, Chen was picked a few times.
10 seconds
so it's a bit different, but a very good start for them in terms of the draft.
5 seconds remaining.
Pudge keeps getting banned. Guess this will be our first pick here, so we'll be watching out for those big hooks. I guess almost as powerful as Earth Spirit in terms of the... well, I mean, no one's really on the same level as Earth Spirit, let's be frank. But, you know, in terms of what a position 4 can bring to the table, trying to start fights, trying to get things going, Pudge, he's up there for sure, you know. He's got a nice low cooldown on the hook. You don't have to worry about something like having this golem being so long for a warlock. But, man, instantaneous grab here. We talk about this all the time, the OD Pudge. It's a great combo. OD Earth Spirit, OD Pudge. Sets up easily on whoever's going to be in the mid lane, and for MVP Hot6, that's going to be the Invoker.
And it's not just the Astral either. It's the Rubik's Telekinesis on top of it, and the defensive capabilities they have. We've seen ODs wreck beforehand. I think in Game 2 for Clutch Gamers yesterday against Warriors Gaming, the OD did very well for Armel. Actually won them the game, essentially. But the Invoker is the immediate counter pick here for MVP Hot6. Something that's very popular, as we've seen in the past couple of games. In Game 1 and 2 of the last series, was picked up for Geek Fam. So MVP Hot6, they've got plenty of good heroes. They have the Warlock Golem. Let's see if they can use it a bit more than Geek Fam did in that first game, where they really couldn't get off any big Golem combinations. We'll see if they can find some initiation with that. They can get.
I'd be really surprised if MVP didn't ban the Omni here. I thought that was one of the stronger things we've seen out of WG.
Yeah, good call.
Yeah, when they ran it last time against Mineski. So, good choice there. Would have been really strong against their lineup. And plus, you have an OD, right? So that's a tried and true combo. That would have been pretty dope. But he's gone. We don't get our Omni.
For Warriors Gaming Unity. Very quick draft. We kind of went through it pretty quickly. Hot6 still have plenty of time for the research. I mean, I guess these teams just know what they want. I mean, especially Warriors Gaming. They picked that OD instantly.
Reserve time.
What are we looking at here, though?
They need to find someone else to help with these burst initiations and stuff, or like some sort of a a setup hero almost. Like, I guess the Undying would have been nice for the pressure. If we look at their lanes, they could have someone who goes with a Centaur and like bullies down bottom. They could also get like an Ogre. He doesn't synergize well with like everything else, but he would help out the mid lane quite a bit. So he's trying harass on this OD early and make it a little bit relevant, but it's also going to be a pudge around.
I feel like this Weaver is going to have a very good early game. I'm not really sure what they can do to harass him or stop him from CSing when there's no Golem, when there's no Stampeding to stomp. I think this Weaver should have a pretty good time. Maybe they'll get some sort of disable or setup as you were talking about to help with the Lifestealer. I'm trying to figure out what they were going to go for here. It's a good 4 or 5 position they run. Like you mentioned,
it really looks like Ogre, I have to say. Can't think of anything else that's... I mean, I would say like a Lion or something would be kind of cool because you could like set up for Sunstrikes and he could also smoke up the Lifestealer. He would buy a Blink Dagger. But again, we don't know much about the team. We don't know if they pick it. And wow, that is definitely different.
That's not a hero I would have expected in a million years to be picked up in this draft.
She's good against OD and Weaver. She's hard to bring down. Like, you have to right-click her, and obviously it's very difficult for both of them. Now, she can also, she gets Shikuchi'd and Sanities, and she could go down potentially. But overall, her survivability is actually pretty high this game.
5 seconds
So definitely going to be able to apply a lot of pressure to the Centaur. War Runner, she'll grab a creep, come down, bully into this safe lane. And with a Pudge wanting to roam into the mid to help with the OD, it's very important that you try and apply that pressure on this Weaver and Rubik. So I like the decision here from MVP Hot6.
Wait and see how this pans out for Hot6. This is an interesting pick for sure, but
I think it's pretty strong, I gotta say.
Yes, I think it could work well. Well, we'll wait and see. Warriors Gaming, they kind of thinking, okay, well, that's interesting. What do we pick now? What do we need to grab as our potential offlane hero for Warriors Gaming Unity? What's going to be good for them? Again, there's a lot banned out too. We already
Block is kind of okay. You'd like get Blade Mail, be in the back lines, try and find this Invoker or this Warlock. There's Nyx, but Nyx is really annoying against Enchantress, so I don't know if they want to go for that.
We've seen a bit of Tide. I don't know if you want to go for Tide against the Invoker or, I don't know.
They
the Lifestealer.
Picked Beastmaster, actually. That would be pretty nice this game.
Yeah.
Yeah, Beastmaster.
I
Let's
definitely
go
like
with
that
that.
against Lifestealer for sure.
And you want someone who helps your OD and makes him stronger. Like, I always look for a buff when I'm running OD, so I think having that aura would be nice, but it'll be the Timber, which is another hero they picked a couple times. Not too often we get to see him snuck into the off lane, though.
Yeah. It's going to be an interesting game for sure. This Timber Saw. They don't have the disables unless they have the Enchantress roam up with some sort of creep to stop this Timber Saw from getting out. He going against the Lifestealer is going to be probably tough until he gets some reactive armor stacks. I don't know, man. I think this is this Enchantress pick really might have done it for Hot6 here.
If yeah, I do like their draft, but Timbersaw is really nice against Enchantress, to be fair. Might be able to chew her up as if she were a part of the nature. A tree, perhaps. Grind it up. Pulp Enchantress.
That doesn't sound very...
No.
That sounds not
nice.
Not
well, we have to... I think the odds were like 5 times or something like that on
Warriors game.
WG. Yeah, in terms of like payout and stuff. So you're looking at like 20% chance or something here.
I will say, I think the odds have been a bit more skewed than they should be in a lot of these matchups. Like, some more even than others, some way more in advantage than they should be. Like I wonder what the odds were the Faceless Execration match. Do you remember how close they were?
No, I don't. I think it was like 2.5 times or something. So like,
yeah, that makes sense.
Probably like 60% Faceless.
But there have been there were some odds you were talking about in the first day of playoffs.
Yeah.
I was really like, what? Really? There
are definitely some surprising ones.
Anyway.
Yeah. Oh, well, yeah. Where are we now anyway? So no weird lanes. Ben will in fact be on the Timber Saw, so that is their offlane player, but they have Ajit up top here, so they're, I think, trying to bait out the support's bottom. Yeah, this is nice. So they're going to block off this camp down the bottom. They have the supports down here, like, hoping there would be dire vision to see them, so then they think that it's going to be supports down bottom, but then the supports will rotate up top, and then they'll just leave Ben to solo safe lane. So he's, like, staying hidden in the trees, so they don't see him. And look at the supports, like, even if they get spotted here, they don't really care.
They get a nice ward down, too.
Yeah, they're just gonna like run in and try and steal this.
I don't think Doctor did this. Oh, telekinesis rock. Can they get it? Can they click it fast enough? Can they get 3? They absolutely did. Stomp will come through Afu. Sunstrike, they might get this kill actually. Yeah, he almost denied himself. A little too aggressive coming out from the Pudge, but
yeah, it's not really worth.
No. What I was going to say is that I really liked Teehee using the Sunstrike to scout. He used it twice in both games at the beginning. I don't think Doctor used it once, but except he just got the kill with it, so it doesn't really matter. It's something I was considering.
Well, as expected, the rotation comes. They get a nice matchup of Timber versus Centaur. Very favorable for WG.
Whirling Death could be pretty good.
And we talk about how, like, you can have this offlane Weaver, right? Where you can just farm up a little bit still, be really annoying, and it's totally fine in the earliest levels. Like, Shadow Word doesn't do that much, and she should still get some good last hits. It's nice deny from Shuma, though.
They're going to get some help eventually. Already looking for Ryzen. They have Rotten Telekinesis. No hook yet, obviously. He's just level 1. They're trying to leech experience and stop Ryzen from getting just free farm. They really want to be on top of this enchantment early on, whereas Ajit is taking plenty of damage from the Shadow Word back in the lane. And the Warlock is trying to decide if he wants to go back to the lane or help out his jungling comrade. And it looks like he's going to head back towards top. Keep our eyes peeled. They might want to make a go. Grace is going to walk through. Nicely done. But good right click from Ajit. No Blightstone, so no extra armor reduction, but still doing plenty of damage early on. It's auto attacks.
Poor Afu, only level 1 right now. Difficult. Wants to be able to hook people, man. Can't do anything at this moment, so he's just going to go and look for bounty runes, or he should be getting prepped up. Instead, he's kind of heading towards mid.
You might know Ryzen's coming. He's wrapping around with Dark Troll and the Satyr Banisher, but that gank was not well executed.
Surprise.
As Ryzen. And luckily, they have the Ensnare. The Troll almost went down. They have the Astral ready, but they're not going to go for it. So Ryzen's smoke. He loses 2 creeps. Not the worst thing in the world, but he's not successful in finding that kill.
Yeah, that's a little bit weird. Pudge needs to be finding bounty runes.
And
at least he'll get his own, but like it's pretty important being there at those 2-minute marks.
Yeah, being that aggressive rotation up to the enemy jungle, taking the rune away from them. Not so much luck this time around. But yeah, he needs to start finding something. But otherwise, I mean, Ben's doing really well. So too is POD. The Weaver is having some trouble. They're really denying and just getting as much CS going to the lifestealer as they can. And Ajit's not really finding that much.
Yeah, and he hits for, what, 68 right now on Shuma, so he doesn't really care if he's under the tower. It's not a problem.
Yeah. And they rotate X-Nova up here, but I don't think they can really do anything. There's just this Shadow Word spam, too, from Grace. He doesn't have any mana regen, but it's not that expensive of a spell to cast. Ryzen's going to go for another gank, and this time it should be more successful as Nana's very high up in the high ground. They might even lose the Courier. Oh, wow. I'm surprised it lived. Nana's still getting purged up right now. He's got a salve. Doctor coming with the Alacrity. I think they'll get the kill regardless, but can they turn it on Doctor? Another Satyr Banisher.
Oh, Courier.
They will get the Courier. Fadebolt, Doctor about to go down. X-Nova will finally get that last hit, and Ryzen's getting low as well. And Telekinesis is going to come through. But there's the heal from Ryzen, and X-Nova without Fable can't get this kill. Was not expecting the Nature's Attendants, and X-Nova is going to provide Ryzen a double kill. A pretty disastrous turn of events coming out for Warriors WG.Unity. And the only good thing is they get the Courier pretty much out of it and to kill on Doctor.
Reminiscent of when Lone Druid was first changed to Savage Roar, and we were seeing him all the time in this like solo safe lane role. We go aggro tries, and you had to pick Chen or Enchantress or like dive him and stuff. And it's kind of the same idea against this OD. Ryzen's just like running at all these creeps. I mean, you can only banish one of them, and the other elements of control is still there. So a great way to actually get a gank on an OD in the early game. A quick pause from Grace here, as he seems to have DC'd.
And get things back situated. So, pretty poor turn of events for Warriors WG.Unity. The game is still even. They weren't ever leading at any point. MVP sort of had an advantage, but it's very early on in the game. It's only 4 minutes. There's no big swing, and a lot of that has to do with the fact that Ben is getting good farm bottom, and the Centaur is not even sitting in this lane. He has gone back. He's got boots. He's not even got his tranquils yet, whereas Ben is sitting on some... Well, he's only got his boots, but he's trying to get up to those arcanes next. I don't know, man. I feel like Ben's having a good time, but Doctor and Shuma are both doing very well in their lanes to be able to start sort of farming out of control. Warriors Gaming not really getting too much done with these rotations. Especially, the Pudge doesn't really do anything. I mean, he got the 1 kill rotating in on Doctor, but that's it. He's only level 2.
Yeah. Having a bit of a rough early game. We'll have a reason I'll just be continuing to go through. Let's operate these Enchantress ganks. Right now he's farming up a little bit. He's got a Satyr. Chuck out some more of these shock waves. Make some money. But then we start looking towards light. He's almost level 6. Again, Stampede will help out in some of those ganks too, though. He just doesn't even have to be there. And we'll just have Ben farming his way up there. Weaver farming up. Picking the Timber means they don't really have any initiation. We talk about how, like, Earth Spirit is position 4 that can really help with the initiation if your offlane's kind of weak at it. And Pudge is similar, but definitely not quite on the same level. Still good, but it relies on, like, mistakes and poor positioning from your opponents. So MVP, I feel like if there's a game they're going to win, it's definitely this one.
Yeah. They've put themselves in a very good position, draft-wise, in terms of where they're laning. Doctor, about to get hooked. There it is.
Level 1 hook.
Ghost Walk, and that's it. He literally takes no damage. He's fine. He had it queued up. I think he also had... He had the ward here as well, which saw the Pudge rotate over to that area. He still needs to be careful, but finally rotating over is light. Stampede's still not there yet, very close to. But top lane is where the action's happening. Aji getting chased down. Shikuchi's away. Ryzen's rotated in. He gets the
Back
Satyr
mid.
Vanisher again.
After.
We'll find the Pudge. Cold Snap. Rod's going to come out. Stomp misses.
Oh.
Double Edge is there. And the body block might be
Oh,
enough
the
to set
Centaur.
our Conqueror stop. Rot, no deny, but Light still might fall. Astral. One more auto attack. Nada, he can't get it. And now he's going to pay for his sins. Ryzen finds himself a dominating spree in Hot 6.
Dire's bottom
Very good
tower
turn of
is
events for
under
them yet
attack.
again.
All right. Good ward vision helping out in that situation. And speaking of wards, jeez, look at these fresh ones from the Radiant. One there, this one's expiring. Another fresh one laid down, and another one here in the mid. They just, this area, man, this is their
Dire's
point
bottom tower is
of
under attack.
control. And I guess it makes sense trying to find out where this Enchantress is going. But now, speaking of which, she's down bottom. She has an army here with some illusions.
Ben is juking and
Dire's
jiving like
bottom
crazy.
tower is under
He
attack.
doesn't have a TP though. That's the one problem. But he's just gonna hide until they're gone. I mean, for all that it matters, they might think that he has a TP.
Yeah, he'll just have to chill.
He's on Orb of Venom, by the way, which I think is very interesting.
Yeah, it can be handy in these melee matchups.
So, looking at the CS again, Lifestealer doubling up Ajit on the Weaver. Ben obviously is the top, tied with the Nakes, but Stampede is
going in
start
bottom.
things off. Ensnare comes, Timber Chains and Centaur Conquer stop. They'll double edge down the poor Timber Saw for the first time he gets dropped, and Afu might die a 4th time. This Pudge is not working out. Another
Dude,
stop
he's
is
trying his
ready.
best. Tango out of here.
It's a good attempt. Almost denied himself. Ryzen finds another kill. Ryzen has a mega kill spree. He has 5 kills and 2 assists. Ryzen has been involved in every kill except 1. He is
Top
crushing
lane.
it. Shuma getting chased down. No infest. Ajit will have to die for this kill if he wants it, but Shuma's too high in HP, and he also has a salve too.
Yeah, they just manned up on each other there, so it was a use of the time lapse too. But I don't know, time lapse for Salve, not too bad for Edwin, honestly. He'll have that back up in 40, and he can just get, man, he does a decent amount of damage with level 3
Ben
on the Shuma right now.
for a shock
Ooh,
Get
nice.
the kill. Yep, nicely done. Now Ben looking for Ryzen. He's starting to try to turn this around. He'd have to dive if he wants the kill again. I don't know if he goes for this. Ryzen's pretty speedy, and Ben needs to be careful. Chakra.
Oh, nice stun.
Yeah, it was Centaur Conquer stop mid Timber Chain. He's in trouble. The heal coming out. Ben in trouble. He has the salve. Grace meanwhile getting the kill on Nana mid. Just coming in with Doctor and Cold Snap. Now rotating back bottom. Hook is there. Afu trying to get this mega kill spree, but Ben had his salve up. Chakram coming out. Timber Chain. And he finally gets dropped. Ben will do the job. Sunstrike not needed. Blight gets the double edge kill. So these trades are sort of in favor of Warriors Gaming because Ben is getting a lot of the kills. But they're still losing out in terms of just straight up number trades.
Yeah, Ben is insanely farmed. He is the one that can recover this game right now, for sure. Like, yeah, they don't have the best initiation, but if you have a Timber Saw that's just so far ahead that he can go into this, like, Hood first and then to Bloodstone, or even just a super early Bloodstone, it might be enough. Like, he can just try and keep picking on this Enchantress. Because as his levels keep going up, like that was with 3 points reactive. When he starts getting that whirling death, that will be venison right there from the Enchantress.
I mean, and Light can't really walk up and deal with this guy. He's only level 1 whirling death, but still.
No, then he'd be horse meat. What's horse meat called?
Horse meat, I think. I don't know.
IKEA meatballs? Isn't that what happened to them?
Let's Google it real quick. Hold on a second.
Well, that's what Light will be. It's probably Donair. You know, no one really knows what Donair is. At least they pretend not to. So.
Horse meat is just called beef, apparently.
What?
A lot like cow meat, I guess.
Well, that doesn't sound right.
Good telekinesis. They want this tower. It's in deny range. They won't get it. I think it's a better play for them to back up. But Stampede has been expended. Ben is walking up and tries to go for it, but the deny does come out from Light. So nicely done from MVP to make sure they don't get that away. Is it really just called horse meat?
All right, this is my job.
I'm looking it up, man. I think it's just called horse meat. That's unfortunate.
Yeah, it looks like they just called horse meat.
You know, I was right the first time. I should have trusted my instincts.
There
Shuma
you go.
taking some serious damage top lane. Ajit Shikuchiing through. Shuma has Infest. He doesn't want to use it on the creep wave. He could just lifesteal it down feed. So yeah, he's just going to open wings and lifesteal down the creep from the jungle. But Ajit knows this is happening. So he's going to come in, Shikuchi, do some damage. Some auto attacks will come through. Oh, the double miss. Unfair. Always real good when both your auto attack and your geminate miss is really a fun thing to have happen to you.
Dire's bottom tower
Are
is under
geminate and
attack.
auto attack considered like the same attack? Is that why they both miss, or is it just like a RNG chance?
I actually have no idea.
These are the questions you got to ask yourself at 6 in the morning. Right. That's a blink dagger for Light. Despite him being up against Timbersaw, he's done very good. He's done a very good job for himself. It's a pretty early blink dagger. 10 minutes in, and now they're ready to initiate. That's why you can see them grouping up top. They also have a Dark Soul Summoner with some skeletons to help push this tower.
I have confirmed it is an independent attack, which is I guess what you'd assume, but you know what? I just had to know now.
Yeah, I definitely made it like too complicated for myself.
Radiant's top
There's
tower
no way
is
that it was
under
not an
attack.
independent attack. It's just kind of crazy the RNG there.
All right,
Grace,
we got the Golem.
He's got Golem, but he's going to get hooked. Can he drop it in time? Absolutely not. He's down. Now they're going to look for Ryzen and Shuma. Ajit, Shikuchi back up. Timber changing it through Ben. Oh, Chakrum's too short.
Dire's middle
They need to
tower
go a bit
is under
further.
attack.
They might just dive the tower, but as this is
They got
happening,
Blink.
good telekinesis, Fade Bolt. Hook, that's not good. He stole Stampede, though. He stole Stampede. Stomp comes out. They have the dust. They need a time lapse. It won't be in time. Great kill from the Sunstrike from Doctor, and Ben is going to be next. And but this hit, it will do serious damage, but it won't bring him down. He has to mango to Timber Chain away. Another Sunstrike is ready, but not for a while. 10 seconds. Ben should be home by that time. Is that a mana now,
Dire's
actually?
middle tower is under attack.
Definitely a
Go
big
for
three
it.
there.
There's the shrine. Okay.
From Ajit. That was rough. Like, you have this nice Stolen Stampede, your Rubik saves the day, but you try and stick around for the kills, and you just get Blink stomped. Maybe he didn't hear the call that the Blink was there, so he's just playing like there wasn't one.
Oh, Grace gets tackled. Ajit, there's a Sentry Ward there. Looking for Grace again. He does have the Golem. He's going to Shadow Word himself. Ajit chasing this down hard, but they won't go any further. Just trying to push them back underneath the tower. I want to point out, by the way, that while this is all happening, Nana has farmed himself up into a Midas and the second net worth spot. So whatever early game advantage MVP Hot6 got, it's gone now. It's straight up. There's no numbers advantage for them anymore.
Yeah, this is true.
Dire's top tower is
They
under
haven't gotten
attack.
any objectives either, which is a little bit, demoralizing. They haven't put any damage in the tier 1 tower mid.
Oh, X-Nova. Oh, God. Walking up
Radiant's
high
middle
ground
tower
in
is under
division.
attack.
And now it looks like Warriors getting up to back. Stampede. They've got Blink. Nana. Dusted up. Astro comes through. They also catch it onto Ajit. Good time lapse. Golem's going to go, though, and Nana looks like he'll fall to this. Trying to drop the save if he will. They're all out of mana, but they're not low enough for Ajit to clean up.
Dire's top
More
tower
TP's
is
coming in,
under
but they are
attack.
cutting off the path of retreat. Doctor's here in the river. Ajit's about to run right into it. I don't think he saw him. He will now.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
Doctor is baiting this.
Yeah, he should be
Shikuchi.
fine.
Hook comes through. It's going to hit on a Shuma. Telekinesis is there. Fade Bolt comes out. Shuma auto attack down. Pudge will fall as well. Light now taking some hits. Ajit. Sunstrike. Oh, nicely done from Doctor, but it's not enough yet. Shikuchi. Tornado is there. The stop. That'll do the job. Shikuchi up in 2. But here comes Ben. It is time to leave. if you are MVP. And speaking of leaving, Ajit will TP out. And somehow that doesn't go disastrously for Warriors Gaming. In fact, they're looking for Telekinesis Fade Bolt. X-Nova is there, and Ben secures himself a double kill. His, by the way, Bloodstone is now done, and he gets an extra 100 gold for his efforts. And the monster has arrived, Trent. It's this man clad in yellow, the Timbersaw.
He is terrifying. Bloodstone, 1,000 gold. And, well, I mean, what's his opponent still just has the Blink Dagger on the Centaur War Runner, and he, like, needs the Lifestealer to be able to do anything. And just now getting the armlet, so this will be our first big Infest Bomb. Into the trees. Ben maybe going to lose some charges.
I think he's going to lose his charges here. Reactive Armor charges stack up. Stampede's there. Slowed down Chakram. Fade Bolt denies himself. But here comes Ajit looking for light. Can they get anything out of this at all for MVP? They'll find X-Nova. Sunstrike can kill him. But it actually is going to be the impetus that does the job. Ajit, Timber Chain, Ben already respawning with that low respawn time. Ajit now, he's got time lapse, he'll use it. Open one's
Ben,
to Ben.
be careful.
Ben is going to lose more charges. Cold Snap coming out. Doctor rotates up. Ben feeds his life away not once, but twice. One of them was denied. But that is now 6 charges. And what was looking to be the monster of this game turns quickly into sort of a wet noodle.
Oh, that's so bad.
That's
Although we did have one game in Mr. Cat where our Timbersaw got down to 2 Bloodstone charges and then got back up to 30. It was insane. It was one of the craziest Timbersaw games I've ever seen in my life. I don't remember.
I feel like that sounds familiar, but so many things do nowadays that I have no idea.
Yeah. It was absurd. But, you know, all hope's certainly not lost. Still on top of the net worth charges. He's got to cool it, you know? Got to get that survivability going here.
I get that he wants to turn things around after losing his life in such a unfashionable way. I don't know why I use that word, but unfashionable it is. But he's gotta rein it in, just like all that horse meat, Trent.
All that horse meat.
Anyway, 8-16. Again, the net worth advantage is still Warriors Gaming, despite what just happened.
Did Infest Bomb time again?
Yeah.
I think they saw that.
They
they definitely saw that.
Yep, they definitely did. You're right.
They know what's up.
They are backing instantly.
Dyer's
And they get the tier 1 tower because of it. Ajit now Dragonlance into Maelstrom. The new build. Well, not really new, but I guess the Desolator's just not a thing anymore, or at least not early. They don't go for the Deso early. It's more of a wave clear type thing.
Yeah, I mean, wave players are gonna be so strong this game because there's no reason to fight MVP. They have golems, they have this Lifestealer Infest Bomb. All you want to do is split push,
yeah,
and you can out split push them.
MVP's not great at dealing with split push, except for the Invoker when he gets bots.
This is what we talk about, like the whole Lifestealer draft being very difficult to execute because you need to keep finding people, and when you get scouted out like they just did right there, super painful. I mean, they just wasted so much time. They're not even going to finish out this tower, I'm sure, unless Ryzen's just going to stay the entire time.
Yeah. This is a sketchy situation for both Ryzen and the rest of his team top. As the Timbersaw is coming, here's the Stampede. They want to stop. They'll find it on Nana. It's perfect. Good hook out. Still alive. Somehow needs to astral himself and will save himself a little bit more time here. They used the dismember on Shuma. He wants to go right in. Sanity is used. Doesn't kill at least light, but he will fall in the end. Shuma toggle, but it's the Chakram there. Timber Chain then comes back and gets at least 1 charge for himself. That hook again. The Tickler and the Doctor. But they are chasing Grace down. Shadow Word is up on Ben. Ben is diving again, but this time it's going to be successful. Ajit finds the double, and now Doctor, lucky to be ghost walked here. Dust is too late to the party for X-Nova, but the job has been done. And even with a golem in that fight, Trent, Warriors Gaming Unity come out drastically ahead. And Ryzen's just sitting bottom, by the way.
he did it. He just stayed bomb the whole time.
We did it.
That's
not
drums.
the play. I don't think that's the play.
Well,
can they defend this
find his moment.
They might be able to. Yeah, it looks like they will.
it was kind of a weird initiation too to just like jump in on this OD. I mean, it worked out. They got the OD, but sick Pudge Hook. I guess if that doesn't happen from Alfu, then maybe that battle just goes way better for the side of MVP.
Even if they don't get that hook and Nana dies instantly, I mean, what did he really provide in that fight other than an Astral on himself and then a Sanities, which did even...
Well, he kited a lot of the rage.
That's true.
I think is the biggest thing.
Yeah, that's true. I suppose you are correct in that.
They know they infested again, though. And this is this draft, dude. Yeah.
This vision, you talked about it since like the beginning of the game. X-Nova has been on point. I think it's been X-Nova, I'm pretty sure.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Well, it's whoever it's doing on WG. Looks damn fine. It's a long rotation bottom, though. They might think it's coming this direction.
Yeah, Nana's going to get caught here. He forces into them. See you later. Jesus.
Okay, well, nicely done.
So they did see that smoke, but they weren't ready to deal
They
with
didn't
it.
see the smoke, I think. They saw the infest, but same idea, I guess.
Well, it's a successful gank for MVP Hot6. They need those, as they need to give some more space for Doctor, and he's now top of the net worth, as you'd expect from a Midas Invoker. Timbersaw is starting to level off after a couple of deaths. Satyr Banisher annoying him. He's got another purge. Use it. Use the purge. Oh, he's too far. Kill him. Give me that Banisher. Yes. Perfect.
Now we look at Shima 4 seconds, so like Centaur basically just wants to be like over here. Because Infest is up, like let's go. I am ready.
Well, that doesn't seem to be the case. He's bottom. Shima will have to walk to him.
I don't know if he wants his Echo Saber. It's pretty far away. Warlock's trying to help him get to it.
He had a good start that has since turned into not great. And it's again that issue with Lifestealer. Like, you don't have the fastest way to farm. You need to find kills. That's your farm. And he didn't really find any, as you had mentioned. Oh, smoke. Ajit. Auto attacking. He's fine. He's going to be bait. He can join pretty quickly.
You know what the counter to Lifestealer drafts is?
What's that?
It's either split push or 5-man Dota, like super slippery split push. And they have this OD Weaver. Like they have so much split push and they have so much good 5-man.
Oh, Doctor went the wrong way. Doctor went the wrong way. Stampede almost getting him out of there, but the Dismember came through, and that is a giant kill. Not only that, but they give Alacrity to X-Nova.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
It's a good find.
They need to give it to Ajit. Boy, that'll help.
It creeps nearby top as well. They can pressure this tower. Good ward as well. 9 Bloodstone charges back up. Ben living.
No, X-Nova, you needed to give the Alacrity to Ajit before you left. Look at where he's positioned. Phase balls the group wave, it's your tower.
Dire's
Saved.
top tower is under
Mid
attack.
lane, however.
Radiant's
They
middle
take the
tower
time
is
for
under
this.
Dire's top tower
Ajit's
has
going
fallen.
They want to defend. They're going to have to... You have Cliff.
Radiant's
MVP's
middle
not gonna
tower
push too
is
hard.
under attack.
Look at Nana, dude. He's just like
Dire's top
walking on
tower
in.
is under attack.
Got no TP. It's like a walk on home, but no one comes back, so he's fine.
There wasn't that much vision coming out from the Dire. They just dropped out towards the tower. And now a fake back for MVP Hot6. They have Golem.
Alright, I like this.
This is a great play if they can get it. Ben about to get jumped on. Sunstrike, Golem, Astral Hide comes out. Hook, that's going to be onto the Centaur. Just remember to follow up. Ben's still alive. Timber chaining. Looking for Grace. He'll find him. Rising uses the heal. Sanity's blows up light. He'll fall next. Timber chain actually misses for Ben. Meanwhile, Shima infesting out. Good toggle. Still getting chased down. Good deafening blast. Wedge denies himself. Nicely done. Chakram, not going to be enough. They will get the shrine off as well. Ryzen still might get chased down here. Doctor and Ryzen both on the
Dude,
run.
the
IG.
stolen infest?
Yeah, he has infest from the Rubik, which is sick. The Chakram, the Timber chain, the Whirling Death. And
Alright, that was sick.
they did their best there in that fight, but it looks like the Warriors WG.Unity are just a bit too far ahead here.
Dude, honestly, Afu
Dire's
did it
middle
again.
tower is
That
under
hook
attack.
takes away the Centaur. They can't chain stun Ben. I mean, it was nice to Astral save too to start off, but then that hook right there, they isolate the Centaur War Runner, blow him up.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
Very well played by WG.
Again, what was a somewhat poor early game for Warriors Gaming has turned into significant advantage. 7,500 net worth, 10,000 experience. They're going to now go to Roach. Ajit is a Maelstrom. He's working at his Deso now. He actually has enough for 1 Mythical Hammer. They're going to give an Aegis here. Probably then, I would imagine. Probably stick. GG branches. Say not stick. They're different.
Part of a stick.
I actually did that unconsciously. That wasn't like an active effort on my part to make that even happen. Like it was literally just like drop your stick. Wait, that's a branch. Was my thought process.
I was meant to have.
I know you're all very interested in this, but
Yes, quite. Well, they hand it over to Nana. Not too crazy. OD Dota.
I thought they would give it to Ben, but he's both Bloodstones. Not super good. He's also getting a Shiva's Guard. And they have the top 3 in net worth by a wide margin. Even Doctor now getting shut down after dying once or twice. Yeah, in the past couple of moments. He's going for that blink again. We talked about the split push potential last game with the Invoker with Teehee and getting the bots early on. Do you think that the Blink is better this game? You know, in terms of instead of getting the boost of travel?
Yeah, I think so. Because he knows that they're gonna have to fight probably at their high ground soon. So Blink Dagger's gonna be more important. Like the bots is great when you know where they all are, but they won't be able to like fully know like where Afu is. So it's kind of scary to be around the map right now, botsing and stuff. But we'll see. That could change depending if they can maybe get this lane pushed out a little bit. Perhaps he'll feel more comfortable swapping back over towards the bots. But Blink would be nice for the next fight.
Doctor. Any dust. They drop the sentry. They have telekinesis. Do they have the damage? Spell stolen. It's Ghost Walk. Xenova's got it. He's pretty speedy now. Gets forced away by Ashi. An aggressive play. Stampede expended, though. So that's something to keep in mind. Meanwhile, Light and Ryzen looking for Ben. And they probably... Oh, they weren't expecting it, but they still get the stomp off. The Infest Bomb, the Sunstrike, Ryzen's auto attack damage. They're still going to walk in here. The rest of the squad from Warriors Gaming, they have an Invis Afu and Invis X Nova, and they are going to try to find something here. Seeping away, but there's the telekinesis in time. Shima might not be so lucky. Hook comes out. See
nice
you later.
hook.
Dismember into the rage. And this should be a kill. He can't TP out, so I don't know where he's going. He can't infest, so he's essentially dead. So he's trying his best. Now Rise coming looking for Afu. X Nova actually getting it up. He might die. Sanities will save his life, however. 2 quick kills coming out for Warriors Gaming. So even without Ben, they take the fight, and boy, it goes pretty damn well.
And of course, Ben, he's back. Back down to 8 charges too, but also alive. Help pressure into this tower. Should be a free take. Can't really fight without your full lineup, even if you have golems and whatnot. And we still have this Aegis for another 2.5 minutes here.
Something like that, yeah. Try to push high ground, taking it to the tower, and then getting the shrines. It's again part of that checklist that we talked about.
Gotta meet up with their supports.
I mean, what's the game plan for MVP Hot6 right now? You know, like, it feels like they're starting to really fall off here, and the Lifestealer's not really accomplishing that much. I mean, he's got an Echo Saber, but that's about it. Not really close to his death, so what's the game plan then for MVP Hot6? Do you have to keep finding these pickoffs one by one?
Yeah, you have to try and push the lanes enough that you can get information as to where Radiant are or split them up. But X Nova, again, just invis this Ghost Walk.
Good attempt for the tornado.
X Nova's played very well this game.
Yeah, he's had a great game. He had some misplays early on, but it was chalking up to an early game Rubik getting destroyed by other heroes like Ryzen. And it is time, I believe, for them to group up mid. Top. Snana's just going to cut the creep wave. And they're trying to push bottom out. This is what you talked about. Keep the waves pushed. They're going to have to go home and defend at some point. Cut those trees down. Oh, and the Deso's up. Act next for Ajit. At least that's what he's got queued up. It's pretty nifty. Nada going in hard. Has to force himself away.
Trying to abuse these chains, but those Fatal Bonds probably going to be the best hope they have. Good fight.
Yeah,
man, that has a sick icon over Heroes, by the way. Like that has like the little logo with the skull and the chain.
Oh, the Fatal Bonds icon?
Yeah. Pretty cool.
It's pretty
like
nifty.
the actual debuff on the hero. Neato, man.
Yes.
I'm sorry, I'm in the part of the game now where I start going to showcase mode.
I feel you, dude.
This one's gonna be a tough comeback.
You were not wrong. They lose their courier too, as it was trying to pick something up from the secret shop. So good luck with that. I don't know what they were trying to get. Who was the most pro here?
Probably someone's point booster.
I think it was the Enchantress's point booster for the Agony Receptor. They'll smoke without it. Not that they really need it. Afu will TP himself away. Nicely done. Meanwhile, X-Nova is in the tree line. He's going to drop a ward. He knows that they're not in the base, at least not in the bottom lane. And they probably know something is amiss, as they're not showing anywhere. So they're all backing up. That ward...
They saw Nana here, and they know he went this way, so they were hoping he's at the camp.
Man, that was... I think that X-Nova ward actually just helped so much. I mean, yeah, it's a little obvious, the smoke, if they're not top, if they're not sitting in the base. They have some very good vision. So, MVP will not find anything with the smoke. Yeah, again, like you said, it's very tough. I would call it nigh impossible given the way this game has progressed. But you never know. You could get a good 5-man stomp to a Warlock Golem until like a Deafening Blast TMP type thing or whatever.
Yeah, plus the Aegis is gone, but they're gonna go camp that top wave now.
They're waiting for that TP back, trying to bait this perhaps. Somebody's going to have to defend it eventually. Or they're just going to go ahead and push in, which makes more sense. And they can either go mid and...
Oh, great ward again.
Yeah, they have really very good vision. You'd have to imagine...
I mean, this is just gone. You can't... There's no way you can get here in time. How is your Warlock going to set... Oh, Grace doesn't have a TP. Alright, GG.
Dire's structures are fortified.
G friggin' G,
Good
dude.
game.
GG. Dude, not okay.
Oh, you
That's a
are
GG.
mega not happy right now. I can tell.
Good thing WG don't know those, or else they'd just be 5-manning on the high ground.
Forced away, still gets it by Tornado, but in a more safe position for Ajit. Building into a Scotty next, apparently. Interestingly enough. Some interesting items. Ajit. Oh, that's that upheaval. Grace cancels it. He's back, though.
He's here. He made it.
Ready to go. He's got Golem at the ready.
We're in. Nice stop.
Best out. They're going to have a Golem as well. They blow up X-Nova. Who's going to fall next? There's going to be the Tornado. EMP, Meatball dropping down. It looks like they're going to have to piece out Ben, Ajit, as well as Nana. The three big cores. They can't really do this on their own. Jacob's going to go, though. Timber Chain right into the Tornado, unfortunately. Now they're going to bash him up. Yule Scepter going to keep him alive for now. Doctor trying to fight this. The Ice Wall is there. Timber Chain through. Stomp up. That'll be into Nana. Ajit looking to just turn around. Best out. Nana. Hurricane Pike through. Sunstrike. They bring Ben down, but now Shuma in trouble. Time lapse out. Toggles are there, but the Sanities blows him away. The Hide will come through. Gray's going to get auto attack down. Somehow they turn it around. It's a 3 for 3, and Doctor's going to get chased down as well. Ghost Walk should be ready to invoke. The Shrine will go. Ajit will chase after me. It is the Ghost Walk. Now Nana's going to have to hide himself again. As Ryzen is going to do some pretty good damage. He can blink out, and he will. And now Ajit chasing after Ryzen.
Oh, but Doctor
look at
waiting.
that damage.
Trying to find Nana.
Oh, oh, he has another blinking too. He might make it out.
The Satyr might throw.
That Tornado timing, though, and he'll find the kill. It is a bloodbath. It's 4 for 4 somehow. And now Doctor's trying to run and get back to the high ground. Ajit can't kill him. Too many abilities that Doctor threw out to save his own life. Until X-Nova comes. They can live. They have dust. Good deafening blast in the Stampede. So, yeah, even with all that, we still can't kill him. Time lapse out, losing some of the damage. Alacrity was stolen. That's not terrible, I think, for Hot6. I mean, that was really the best of a bad situation they could have had. But it's not enough.
It's a start, though. They held high ground. They lost to tier 3, so the Shrines will go down eventually here. But it is the beginnings of perhaps some sort of a comeback here. It's goes down a smidgen. The net worth will surely start going
really,
right back up, though.
Yeah, it went down for a half a second, and now it's starting to curve ever so slightly back north. And it's probably going to be more so after the Shrine goes down. Anyway, light in the enemy jungle, Vest Bomb. And this is what they got to do in order to get back into this game. The Hex for the Weaver. Not the most common item in the world. The one way to deal with some of these heroes.
That's pretty funny, yeah. And you're right, though. He did have that Scotty queued up for a while and bought his first orb and was like, you know what? A Hex would be really good here because they have zero control without their supports. And you really felt that when they got blown up immediately. And it was still, you know, it's surprising they won that fight, honestly, in some ways. But they have this, like, Yules now in the Timber. Oh, they've always had Yules, I suppose. But that's, like, pretty weak control. At least they have a Shiva's guy, which kind of helps. But in terms of, like, straight-up stuns, you know, look at the cores on MVP, and they have an Invoker and a Centaur who can actually do some serious control. And then at least there's a slow from Shuma that does something.
And they're not. They will now have Nana also picking up another Hex as well. There's also an Aghanim for the Pudge that comes out right as Ryzen's comes out.
Now, do they have a gem on the Radiant? I don't think so, right?
No, I don't.
No.
I'm pretty sure.
So this Invis rune, you know, you definitely got to try something risky here if you're light. Unfortunately, he's not finding them.
Yeah. They just don't
He's
have enough
an
vision.
OD. Oh, they're picking all the wrong directions.
I mean, X-Nova's almost making it easy for them, given where his positioning is, but now they won't find him.
Oh,
Uh-oh, Nana is a better option as he picks up his scythe. Do they see him? No. Well, they do now. Pings like crazy. There's a Centaur there. Sunstrike onto X. I think that actually hit X-Nova.
Yeah, it did.
Way to do it.
Oh, Roach time. Deso Weaver. Pudge on the outside.
Shocked him. Nah, not doing it. This doesn't fall as quick as I thought
Oh,
it would.
give him that Midas. Oh, thanks.
That Pudge is like, yes.
Thank you so much. I couldn't leave, you know. My team's roaching. Just wanted to be
They are
efficient.
running at them. There's the Hex, Stampede, Sandies, and that is a dead graze. Another Hex comes out. Chakram coming through. This time it's going to be Ajit successful in getting a kill. Just like that, 2 heroes dead for about 40 seconds or so, and that is going to lead in tier 3. If the Hot6
Ooh, you're a robot.
No.
Alright, I got this. I can close it out for you, don't worry. You fiddle with it, I suppose, but they'll just siege themselves up to tier 3. We've got our Desolator going. Doctor trying to hold as best he can. He's got his Lincoln Sphere. He's got his Agnum Scepter.
Alright, I'm back. Can you hear me?
Alright, you're saved. Easy.
Dire's middle tower
They're
has
back
fallen.
and they're sieging hard. They're pushing in. Like I said, with those heroes down for 20 seconds, this is going to turn into at least an melee Rex. Almost certainly the full set. They can even head top and put some pressure on that.
Oh, I like it.
Rex and bring
Greedy.
it down.
Get it.
No, hit the range Rex. It's already low HP.
Nah, get the melee. Let's
No,
go.
No.
No, you be a man. You get that melee. You force these golems.
He is going in hard. Hex still got his Aegis. Doesn't get the time lapse off, but they get light, and so he's down for 50 seconds. Golem has already been expended. Hook from the Yules onto Ryzen. Ajit now looking for more. They will hex up Shuma. Hook not the best for Ajit. Now Ryzen's starting to throw bombs with the Scimitist. Then the upheaval is doing some serious work off Musla.
Look at that upheaval skull.
Nice tornado coming out. Ben has to super chain away. Nada getting the X off on Shuma again. This time I think he'll fall. Maybe not. The Shadow Word keeps him narrowly alive. Doctor, he gets out as well. And that Ghost Walk with Ryzen, he's not going to be so lucky. Bombs from Hurricane Pikes like crazy. Ben walks in, Ghost Scepter's up. Shuma's just like, please, I just want to kill somebody. Instead he gets hexed up after the Rage dead. And, that's not great. Got off two at least. They're going to find Ajit's mana. With tap it. Any time lapses. Doctor actually killed X Nova with a tornado, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, he died right here. That sucks.
Well, 2 lanes. I think they're happy with that.
Yeah, I think so too.
Need to close it with,
they are holding on. But there's not really much they can do here. They've lost their opportunity. For all intents and purposes, they need some crazy shenanigans to happen or else this game's over. Even then, they need a lot of it. That is probably a dead Enchantress. They're keeping somebody in it, Shuma. They're trying to fight this right now. Well, it's actually 4 versus 4 as X-Men is still dead. Doctor gets the Tornado EMP to Stampede. He's a little too far forward. Nafu is going to lose his mana. His 8 stick charge is not going to be enough probably to help him out too much. They want to take the Shrine down now and give more map control over to Warriors Gaming Unity, and that's exactly what's going to happen. Well, Trent, what else is there to say? We got to that point where we don't really want to call it, but we kind of want to call it.
I can call it. It's over.
I'm glad you did.
GG.
I'm glad you called it.
Yeah, no problem, guys.
It's less people if you called it than I do. Probably like.
The most interesting thing to me is what are they gonna do next draft? Like, if they're just gonna deny you this, obviously Slidar's never gonna be available to play, so it's just not gonna happen. That's the dream. It's not gonna happen. You know, and then your axe is taken away, which I think works better than the Centaur. Even the Centaur thing couldn't work. The blink comes out just a little bit too late, even though he had an okay time. I don't know. Well, we'll see if they can just finish this one out here from WG's. I love the skull and the upheaval. That took me like a year to notice.
The upheaval?
Yeah.
Yeah, I still can't notice it sometimes. It's really weird. I forget about it. Nice hook. They catch Doctor. Lincoln Sphere is going to break. Golem's going to go to counter initiate, but the Golem is going to die to telekinesis. Here they go, though. Deafening Blast coming back in. Another hook, though. Afu, that Aggregate Scepter coming into play. The Hex, Deafening Blast being stolen. The hook comes out again. Dead for 89, but it'll buy back instead. Looking to try to jump back in. Ben continues to ghost after another hook, this time onto Shuma. But he's going to turn. Open wounds up at 1. Rage up at 2. Hook back out. Aji needs to time lapse. He's on cooldown for 12. He's down. All of a sudden, MVP turning it around. Awfully denies himself. Here's the Sunstrike. Ben drops the gem on the deck. He's down. 4 dead. It might be 5. Sanity's not enough. And Nana, it's all 5 dead. All of a sudden, what a turnaround coming in from MVP. That shouldn't happen. That's 6,000 gold.
An Invoker buyback. All right. Was that?
Still lost gold, though. I don't think
That's a lot of damage from Enchantress. 5,700. She was just chucking out the Zivitas.
Dire's top barracks has
working.
fallen.
It's working.
It's working.
We're doing it.
It just need, like, how much was that? 6,000? All right, they need maybe 4 or 5 more of those fights. And then they'll be back to you.
Oh, I like this. Shuma just buys a blade mail. He's like, I gotta make something work, and I need buyback. So that's my answer. Buy a blade mail.
I think Warriors Gaming probably playing a bit safer from now on. This game, MVP could certainly. I mean, I'd say their chance of winning went from maybe 0.5% to 2.
2. Yeah.
2%.
All right. Glad we agree.
Yeah, we were on the same page there, Trent.
Yeah. Must be right then.
The reason why I said 2 is because it's actually my love for Buffalo sports that's conditioned me to believe in very low % chances for teams to come back to win or make the playoffs or something like that. I've never really experienced winning as a fan perspective. Anywho.
Gotcha.
It's a great morning for Dota 2 action. Warriors Gaming trying to complete the first game up against MVP Hot6. MVP Hot6 hanging on for dear life. And I mean hanging. Grasping. Just narrowly. He might find not a good blink reaction. He gets out. Now there's a Stampede to get away from Light. Still having Infest Bomb. Aji will throw up the Swarm. Here comes the Tornado. Dodged swiftly by Aji. Multi-lane drifting indeed as he continues to Shikuchi. He is a fast bug.
He really is. It's quite the talent.
He got the 200 Shikuchi talent, as you were just alluded to in Ryzen. The biggest pest when it came to the damage in the last fight. Now down for 70 without buyback.
Ooh, let's see what Nana takes. He goes with the Orb steal. All right, long fights. Here we go. I like it.
The Shikuchi movement speed is insane.
Yeah.
I've seen it very few times, and every time it just blows my mind.
Probably the hero I played the most in the patch in terms of like gain level 25, and it's actually so much fun.
Oh, you're everywhere. Sunstrike, Shiva's Guard will go. Ben, full snapped up. There's the Ghost Scepter. They have the Dismember on Shuma. Now they're going to counter this shit. They'll drop the Golem.
Dude, that blade mail.
He's got Fatal Bonds. Now the Hex up on Shuma. He's dead for 73. No buyback. Oh, stopping a whip from Light. He has to Stampede to get out. He just does so right before the Hex. Giant Deafening Blast will stop them momentarily, but once that disarm is gone, they're going to go back to work. Nana sidesteps the Sunstrike, and that's a melee rack gone, and more than likely make it here.
Yeah, you can see, like, it's kind of funny, I haven't seen the AoE Deafening Blast in so long, but it actually is kind of good this game because they have an OD and a Weaver who both don't have anything in terms of magic immunity, but I mean, that's how they lost that last fight too. It's just they've gone all out aggressive builds. You can see with a little bit more patience. That just happens.
52 stolen intelligence. Pretty good.
Yeah, it's alright.
Ryzen still might win this fan fight. Hides himself. Still dead. Oh, the blink! Alright, Nana, I see. I see now. Game 1, Trent. I think it took a little bit longer than maybe we anticipated based off of how the game was going, but it is a Warriors Gaming victory. It is a best of 3, and this is what you were saying at the beginning of the game. If MVP Hot6 was going to win any game, it was going to be this one. They didn't win. Now where do you go from here?
Not Lifestealer, or they just need, I don't know, they need some good pairing. They need like that Sand King or something, but I think Warriors game were well prepared for their draft. And they're kind of fine with this, giving them Lifesteal because it's such a predictable strategy. You know exactly what this hero's going to do all the time, and you just draft around it. You get this 5-man Dota going with this OD and everything that you have this aura. It's great. Everyone's having a fun time. We're partying together, and you don't have to worry about these solo pickoffs. And they happen throughout the game, but it wasn't enough to actually catapult MVP into anything serious. So, game 2, I think the draft just ridiculously important.
Yeah, so we'll see what they decide to go for on MVP Hot 6's side, but Warriors Gaming 1 game away from moving on. MVP Hot 6 1 game away from elimination. Stick around, guys, as we'll jump into game number 2 right around the corner. We'll see you guys soon.